Hi and welcome to Makeup Mugwump. My name is Leanne. Thank you so much for joining me. I have my 1 month update for my Fall For You project pan with the Pantastic Ladies on Facebook, Instagram, and a lot of us are here on YouTube. So let's go through. I have several empties and I decided to do a rolling project pan. So I've rolled in some new items to replace the items that I've used up already. And I have some new to show you. So we were picking, I think it was 6 to 10. I chose 10 items to use starting August 15th and ending November 15th. So, and we were supposed to pick items that we love, products that we love. And so I picked several things that I was already working on and just wanted to do a project. So here we go. I'll start with the things I've used up. We'll talk about the things that I'm still using and then go into the products that are new in this panning project. Okay, one of the things that I used up is my AOA Studio Aqua Hydrating Face Primer. This is $1 on shopmissa.com. This was in use when I started and it is completely empty. You'll see some products I will cut open and some I don't love them enough to cut open, but this one I did. So I used all of that up with a makeup spatula, so that is finished. So in place of this one, I went ahead and rolled in a sample primer, like another primer to replace it, and I replaced it with the Dior Dream Skin, cut that one open, used it up, and then I replaced that with the Sicily Double Tenseur, used that one up, and I've replaced that with a couple of baby primers as well. So working through primers, I'm trying to work through some of my sample primers because while I love them, there are a lot of them, and I have a lot of full-size primers that I love too, and I'd like to use those. So I'm working through some of my sample primers, and this is a great way for me to do it. Next up is my powder. I had the Wet n Wild Photofocus pressed powder in Warm Light. Just take a moment. Yes, I used that up actually on camera. So you can see that be used for the last time on one of my videos. Take a look. I have replaced that with another powder. I've also used up my contour stick. This is another AOA Studio contour stick. This is in Fawn. It's the Sculpt FX contour stick in Fawn. Use that completely up. And because I use this completely up, I discovered that I actually like having some sort of cream bronzer. And so I've not worked another one into this project, but started to use another one every day just because. So I replaced that with a concealer and then subsequently used that up in the last month. It was almost done. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer in C3. And this bad boy, I took the stopper out and I got as much out as I possibly could. And happy that that is also gone. I'm trying to use up the pieces of makeup and the pieces of products that I have that I like, but I've got other things I like too. And last product that I used up, the most long lasting product in the whole entire world. This is the double end. It's a spoolie on one side and an eyebrow pencil on the other. It has worn off completely. There's no name, there's no brand, there's no color. This thing came in a BoxyCharm 1700 years ago. I used it up and it lasted for quite a while. I cannot even tell you what product to buy that's so good because I have no idea that's how old it is, but it's gone. It's gone. I worked in another brow product as well. So let's talk about some of the items that I haven't used up yet, but I'm still using. My e.l.f. Under Eye Brightening Primer. It's not really brightening, but I have some good old pan on that and it is still going strong. I use it every day that I do makeup. Another product is my AmuseCosmetics Eyeshadow Primer in Clean Slate. I have not quite hit the bottom yet, but I'm working on it. That is a dupe for the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. It's on shopmissa.com. It was $1 as well. My IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Translucent Powder has a bit of a story to it. So there were several items that I did repress. That Wet n Wild powder I repressed. This I did repress, and is looking sad, y'all. We're almost there. But I added way too much alcohol because I was being impatient and I glugged too much in. So then I ended up having to add more powders. So I made this harder for myself, but that's a lesson to you. Don't be impatient. You'll end up panning the world's samplest thing forever because you're impatient. Anyway, I'll probably have that done by the next update, which I'm excited about. Something that's like the never ending, but I did repress it, is the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. It's an ultra glitter in the color Sailor. It is a beige base that has like no pigment in the base, but it's a blue shift of glitter, and it is stunningly gorgeous. I did repress it because I had a lot of pan and it was forming kind of a hard pan. So I scraped it out, repressed it, and now I don't know how much I have left. But I use that quite frequently. Not enough, apparently. And I've got my Beauty Benefits pressed powder, which is really, I use it as a bronzer. Look at that pan. Look at that pan. We've still got a ways to go on this, folks. Quite a ways. But you know what? I'm going to use it and see how far I get. And last one that was from the OG. Here's my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in 101 Classic. Y'all, it's like you can hear it was splurting this morning in a vulgar way. And so I think I'm very close. I will probably cut it open and scrape it out, but it is so close to being, I don't mark things. I'm not that girl. So this I expect to be finito, fairly certain. Now, let's talk about some of the products that I rolled in because I was replacing things. I'm keeping it at around 10. The powder that I rolled in is my StudioFX NW18 powder by MAC. This has a good size dip in it, but I have not hit pan. Oh, you can kind of see it there, that shadow. I've got a good size dip, but I haven't hit pan on it, and I've had it forever, so I'd like to go ahead and get through that powder as well. I did introduce 2 little mini primers as well. One is the Dior Backstage Face and Body. You can see I've actually, this was full when I started it in this project. And I'm working my way through that little buddy. And then I can't use this all over my face. I can only use it right here. And so it's very limited. It'll take me a little while, but this is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. And I've actually, we're getting down, but I can't use it like all over, but it was up there. So I've got a little bit left. I hope that will be finished as well. And then I've already got some more mini primers on deck waiting to use those. The brow product that I rolled in, it looks like it's a no name, but I know this one. This is Milani. This is the Fiber Brow Gel in Soft Brown. I have removed the stopper because I wasn't getting any product, and now I'm getting too much product. But it is, you can see daylight down there. We're getting close. But I'm using an angled brush to take it off of the wand at this point. And I'm going to use that till I can't anymore, and then I will chuck it away. The last product is a lip gloss, and this is my baby. I cleaned out a purse and I found this bad boy, and I was so excited. It was in a little tiny makeup bag with there were 3 of my favorite nude lip products. This was in there, and I'm so glad I found it. So this is Buxom's Lola. I've rubbed off the name. It's terrible. This is a beautiful nude gloss on me. This has been discontinued. You can't find Lola anymore. If you've got Lola, dig her out because she's fabulous. It's that Buxom tingle that if you like it, you like it. I like it. But it's stunning. I've got it on today and I love it to death. So this, I'm going to go ahead and use her up. She is old as the hills, so it's time for her to go. So those are my 10 products that I'm currently going to use in my Fall For You project pan, and I'm really excited about it. I'm also kind of excited about what am I going to roll in when this foundation goes, because I have to decide pretty quick because it's about to go, and I'm happy about my progress so far. I'm excited to see how much I can make. If you haven't checked out the other fantastic ladies doing the Fall For You challenge, take a look down below. I'll have their videos linked for their first update. And thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more project painting, but also some makeup videos. Thank you so much for joining me, and check out my channel. A week ago, I have a giveaway up, and it ends tomorrow. So if you're watching this around the September 15th, 16th, you are still eligible to go enter my giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.